Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. And now that I've reset time, we can finally start on the Great Bay Temple. And I'm actually looking forward to this place because it is very challenging, and it's also very fun. So let's get started. Go, turtle friend, to victory! Yeah! And before we enter, we're gonna have this really cool cutscene. Now, not every dungeon does this, but I appreciate it that this one does. I find it very cool. So I have this giant water vortex barrier. And then we have some pirates. What do you think's gonna happen? I don't know. I mean, it's anyone's guess, honest. Oh. Can't say I didn't see that coming. Their screams are kind of funny. It's like, it just sounds like air. It doesn't sound like people actually yelling. It's kind of funny. But let's hope they landed safely as we enter the Great Bay. Nah. I really like this place a lot for a lot of reasons. First off, yeah, it's not what you'd expect. This is a very mechanical looking dungeon. Why? Is that symbolic of anything? Heck if I know, but it's cool. Goodbye, Mr. Turtle. See you later. Either way, though, the first thing that we want to do inside of this temple is actually shoot all 4 of these torches, because that's going to give us our first stray fairy of many. I don't like how that's positioned right near the turtle's mouth. He's like, I'm going to eat your treasure chest, Link, if you don't come up here and get it. It's like, dude, man, don't be lame. I need these stray fairies, man. Come on. Either way, though. First room, really easy. Second room, yeah, a little on the confusing side. Whoa, that's a huge water wheel. It looks like it's turning because of the sheer force of the water coming through the pipe. Well, that would be very true and crap. So you want to do this over here because there's another stray fairy we can get if we destroy that Skulltula. And for pretty much this entire dungeon, we're going to be using the Zora mask. So you might as well have it. It's basically the Zora dungeon. Duh, I don't think I needed to tell you that. You could probably kind of figure that out on your own. So why did I say it, you may ask? Because I'm a giant moron. Yeah. Anyways, though, we're going to push that switch, which is going to create a bit of current throughout the dungeon. This yellow pipe is now going to... Crap, I need to get this and also get up the elevator, which I missed poorly, which is not a big deal. But basically, we're going to be sending multiple water currents throughout this entire dungeon. Ocarina of Time's water temple dealt with water levels. This deals with currents and pressure. A very cool contrast, and I actually like that a lot about this dungeon. It's a very... I don't want to say it's too unique, because, you know, water, you know, flow, not really revolutionary in gaming, but in this level, it works to, you know, its advantage. All things considered, I actually do believe Great Bay to be a very good water temple. I don't understand why there's so much hate for it. Yeah, it's very long, but that isn't necessarily bad, and, I get it. That huge water wheel is powering this thing. Indeed it is. So there are also more stray fairies to get in this area, and also more things to do. So first things first, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. I'm so bad at the rolling in this game, I don't know what it is. It's probably all in my head, but yeah. Next stray fairy is there, and the next one, yes, we're already on our 5th stray fairy. Crazy. You may be able to see it, maybe not, depending on how the video comes out, but there's a pot that I broke at the very bottom of that turbine, and yes, the stray fairy will come to me. And yes, so this is the main room of this dungeon. This room takes us to all the other rooms, and you please hurry up, stray fairy, you're kind of cutting into my groove. You're ruining my groove, man. Gosh. Anyway. So basically, this is the main room. And you're going to see there's a bunch of holes and a bunch of gates and a bunch of areas that take us throughout the dungeon, just leading to that one room, which is why it's very important. But at the current time, only some currents will take us some places. So what we have to do is we have to take currents from other areas, make them flow into the dungeon so we can access other rooms. A marvelous gameplay decision, I must say, on Nintendo's part. I love that so much, but yeah, enough of me patting the back of the dungeon. We should probably get to solving some of the more difficult puzzles of it, right? Right, and well, to help us do that, we're gonna get a dungeon map. Yeah, and very soon we'll actually get the compass. Now, there is a stray fairy right in that pot, but I'm going to save that for a little bit later. Instead, we're going to get it when you're supposed to get it, which you can actually, I think, get it with the Great Fairy's Mask and the hook shot, but aside from that, we can wait. Now, the next thing that we need to do to get Stray Fairies is we need to destroy all of these water Deku Babas. And I want to see if I can pull the other one. No, I can't. I'm going to have to use my patented Zora boomerangs. Yeah. Pretty cool. Crap, I don't know why I dropkicked. Come on, fight me, dude. Fight me. You won't. I'll just use one more boomerang attack on him. Dork. But you have to defeat those Deku enemies. Hey, treasure chest is going to spawn with another Stray Fairy. That's one thing I can say about the Great Bay that makes it a little bit easy. Aside from 2 or 3 Stray Fairies, they're relatively easy to find. So that compensates, at least in my opinion, for, you know, the very lengthy dungeon and, you know, some of the more difficult things about it. Now, this is a room where there's a lot going on, and really, for the time being, all we need is the compass out of it. Now, there are a couple Stray Fairies in this room, but aside from that, your first time here, pretty much you just want to get the compass and get out. So go ahead and do that. We got the compass and crap. So next, we need to actually fall down here and destroy some of these enemies. Did I get the hand guy? No, I didn't. I have to go down a little bit further to get him. So let's go! Yeah! So far we're doing alright. I mean, I'm not going to pat myself on the back, because, I mean, there's a lot to this dungeon. But that's another thing I like about the Great Bay. Alright, guys, basically, this entire dungeon revolves around this one key. There is only one key through... Oh, crap, I need to go a little bit lower. There goes a crap moment, but yeah, I want this Stray Fairy so I don't have to worry about it later. But yeah, that's another great thing. You know, some Zelda dungeons have like a million keys. This place, only the one. That is really cool. It relies on the water current mechanic above all else. I find that really, really awesome. And yeah. Next, we're going to go to this room that is a little below, and we're going to get the dungeon item already. Isn't that awesome? I don't know. Keep saying things are awesome, but heck, they're awesome at the Great Bay, man. I like to think a little positive sometimes, and honestly, this is my unbiased opinion. I really do genuinely like this place a lot. So one small key down, there's a couple pots and a couple chews you can fight if you want to get some magic or arrows. I recommend the arrows, but it really doesn't matter. And if you have the spin attack and also the blast mask or some bombs, this mini boss is going to be really, really easy for you. But we can't really fight him in the Zora form, so you know what? We're just going to not do that. And come inside to fight one of the most disgusting Zelda enemies ever. Yeah. Say hi to Wart. Yeah, there's 2 Nintendo enemies named Wart. For whatever reason, Nintendo likes their warts. So this guy, there's an easy way to do it and a hard way. I'm going to show you the easy way. Basically, take your mask off! Okay. So basically, we can't hit the boss until all these warts are removed off of him. And if I could please get my blast mask back. And the easy way to do that is to use the blast mask, take a bunch of them off his body before they can get back, and just start spamming that spin attack. If you got all the Stray Fairies in either the first or second dungeon, depending on the version you're playing, this boss is a cakewalk. Just spam that spin. Wow, he's already on his second phase. That is funny. But yeah, you're supposed to actually break off all of them, either with the hook shot or... I guess there's a couple ways to do it. But personally, I just like hitting him. And yeah, you're supposed to shoot him with arrows. I don't do that either. I just spin attack him. Actually, yeah. Well, wow, I've never beaten that boss that quickly. That was not really how you're supposed to do that boss. But, hey, it worked for me. But yeah, it's a relatively easy one. But I digress. What will the dungeon item be? We got arrows in the last one. Actually, no, we got fire arrows. So I guess we're gonna get ice arrows. The ice arrows mechanic is really, really awesome, and I love it. Basically, this is a water dungeon, right? And you can freeze water, right? So naturally, we're going to use our arrows to freeze the water. Unfortunately, in this iteration of the game, we can't freeze all the water. You can only freeze some of it, which I don't think is too big of a problem. But in the N64 version, which I hate to keep bringing up, by the way, you had a lot more freedom, which I can see why people would be upset about it, but honestly, it takes out a little bit of the freedom. Oh my god. It takes a little bit of the freedom out of the way, but I don't know. It's more practical. And hey, there's a... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna shoot this Octorok and make him into a frozen platform that can stand. And if you Octoroks could stop shooting me, that'd be fantastic. Anyways, right up here, we have another one of these switches. This time it's red. Now look at that pipe in the background. Now it's glowing. Now we're going to feed water into other areas of the temple. So our next mission is actually to get this red water, indicated by that pipe, into other parts of the dungeon. Now how are we going to do this? Well, we are going to actually... Okay, this is not where I needed to go. Well, that is unfortunate. I will be sure to get out of here as quickly as I can. But now that we have our ice arrows, we can actually go back to a room we already visited and explore that further. Yeah, pretty much just follow the red pipe that's glowing. Pretty simple. It's if you remember this, you start high, go low, and then go high again, and then go low again. This dungeon isn't really that bad. It's kind of like in the water temple, how if you go counterclockwise throughout it, starting at the bottom level, it's pretty easy to figure out. But game doesn't really tell you that. It's one of those things you just kind of have to figure out on your own. Anyways, let's take off that Zor mask, use our hook shot, and bust out these new ice arrows. Which, if you shoot it over where the water is very sparkly, you can make ice platforms, which is actually really, really cool. And there's our 8th stray fairy. Nice. And yeah, just gonna walk our way over here because the red pipe is leading us there. So obviously we want to head in that direction. Yeah. And ooh, a blue chew. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with a blue chew. Should I shoot ice arrows at it, guys? Maybe. Oh man, if it doesn't hit me. I mean, why can't I? Did I just walk through a solid object? Okay. It's kind of, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh! I did something that should have normally happened in a video game! Okay, I'll stop. But, yeah, we're supposed to push this switch again. And get interrupted by a bomb chew. That was very rude of him. And now that we've pushed this switch, the water pressure, actually not the water, the water current, well I guess it does have pressure too, so that makes somewhat sense, but it's going to be fed into another room. So now we're going to follow it all the way through here, and this is why I think they made the swimming speed for the Zor mask a little bit slower in the 3DS version without using the shield. It's because originally you were a lot faster, and I think that's why they took it out. It's because, like, you need to maneuver a little bit to actually do everything, and what? Come on, Link. But yeah. We're actually about to fight the second mini-boss. It's kind of weird how fast you fight bosses in this, not only in this game, but also in this one temple. It's kind of funny like that. Either way, though. We're gonna get some supplies, and I think, yeah, we got all the items that we need for the rematch versus Gecko, or the Frog, whatever you like to call him. This fight is really cool for a lot of reasons. First off, ow. Second off, it makes you use multiple arrow types, which originally was a pain in the butt, but on the new hardware it's actually really cool. And once Gecko and his slime body gets to the top, we can use our ice arrows to shatter everything, and then basically just knock him out with the fire ones. I don't know, I think it's a really cool idea. It's like you're combining fire and ice to make steam. Anyone? No? Whatever. I don't care. I thought it was cool. Shut up. Either way, though. It's going to basically repeat this one sort of thing over and over again. I mean, that's one thing you can, I guess, criticize about some of the mini-bosses and stuff. It's like, once you figured it out, it doesn't really add anything else onto it. But getting hit by this guy is actually really funny in the older game. He does this super long animation. It's almost over-exaggerated, is the only way I can describe it. To just do like 2 hearts of damage. I actually think it is a whole heart, but it's so funny. And unfortunately they abridged it in this version. But hey, what are you gonna do? People got things to say. Ain't got all day to get beaten up by a frog after all. And yeah, you don't want to let that thing crash onto you, obviously, because it'll hurt. And another frog. Yeah, that's cool. And yes, now our exit is available to us, but what's up with these gosh dang frogs? What if we put on our Dongero's mask and talk to him?
Ah, Dongero, it has been so long. What have brought you all this way? Could it be you came all this way looking for me? Ah, your snake say no more. Upon seeing the face, I understand. I see. But I have heard that it was still winter in the mountains. When spring comes, I shall definitely go to the mountains. So let us meet again.
Alright, dude, cool. Wait, what? Reunite the Frog Choir. Yeah, this is a side quest we'll get into a little bit later, but this is basically why I wanted to revert time, because it's a side quest that'll basically be taken care of in the next episode. But yeah, if you have the Dongero's mask, make sure to talk to that guy, because you don't have to come all the way back here. It's sort of a pain in the butt, so get it out of the way right now, and you'll be happy. Also, boss key time as a Dongero guy mask thing. Who is Dongero? That's the thing. I have no idea. Anyways. With that being taken care of, what else do we really need to do? Well, we need to explore the new water current that is actually being sent from this room to the beginning of the dungeon. Yeah! I actually like this a lot, because it's, you know, it basically reuses a couple rooms, but makes you do different things in those rooms. So it's not like they're really reusing them, because, you know, you go to completely different places that you couldn't really access originally. I don't know. I think this has really, really good dungeon design. I mean, that's one thing you can say about it. It may be a little hard. I'm not going to deny that, but I don't know. People are a little too critical sometimes on Great Bay, in my opinion. Anywho, we still have not gotten a lot of stray fairies. If you remember, got like 8, I think. Well, if you remember, I don't even remember. Either way, though, we're going to get some more. Yeah, we also need to come into this room to send the water pressure somewhere else. Yeah, but not the yellow or the red one. Now we're going to start on the green, which will take us to the boss, so it's kind of important that we get that one. Crap, where's the strafe area? Oh yeah, it's above us. I was like, oh crap. I thought it was, somewhere else. Either way, what? How did that not reach? Come on, either way. That is like my go-to phrase. Either way, though, it's like, dude, there's a lot of words in the English vernacular. Try some of the other ones out. And to you, I say, yes, I should, but not right now. Because I have a tech type, topido, whatever you want to say it, on my butt. And it is very annoying. Please leave me alone, sir. Anyways. No, crap, why did that one go away so fast? Oh, yeah, because I thought that second. No, first. Today's not my day. Why am I doing the Great Bay Temple right now? I have no idea. When I'm having one of those days. Some days we got it going on, some days we don't, and that's just life. And god dang it, why did that despawn? Can you only? I guess you can only have 4. I think they had to remove that limitation, but I guess not. Jeez, Lee! It's like I don't want to live anymore. But I mean, that's what we want to do, man. Go for it. Either way, though, there's a hook shot, little spot that we can get to if we come up here. There is yet again another strafe area. I don't know what your clue to this is, really, if you don't see those points in the ceiling. But yeah, it's pretty easy to get. So, you know, I'll let it slide. But yeah, now that we push that green water switch, that's going to complicate the dungeon a tiny bit. Not too much, though, but basically the green one is the last one. There's only the yellow, the red, and the green. Speaking of the red, it's finally brought into this area. Yeah, and there's another hookshot slot. So let's hookshot onto that. And step on this water. And now we will push this switch to get water flowing in this room. Ooh, why are we doing all this crap? You may be wondering. Well, basically, we need to change the turbine in that other room to, instead of going clockwise, to go counterclockwise so we can enter other rooms. It's kind of cool like that, but to do that, we're going to have to basically flip this switch, not that one, this one over here, which will basically stop the equilibrium in this room with the water and make it go counterclockwise, which is what we want. I think it goes counterclockwise. That's one thing. It's like, oh, I've always been so bad about. And yeah, it's kind of funny. Water, isn't there like a joke or something that's like toilets in Australia go counterclockwise and they go clockwise in the northern hemisphere? Or is that just a myth? I don't know. I vaguely remember something about that. Am I just talking complete nonsense? Probably, but yeah, now that we've taken care of that, the major part of the dungeon is over. Now it's simply feeding the water in the green pipes to the boss room. And once we do that, it's good. We're good to go. The dungeon's basically over. And yeah, I don't know. I just like Great Bay. I mean, but the problem is I can't really say why. The music isn't very memorable. I guess it's honestly like, it's very foreboding, really, is my thing. I mean, all the dungeons have been somewhat dark. I mean, they're definitely not friendly places, but especially the Great Bay, it always felt very intimidating. It's like, now you've made it. Now is the point in the game where things are going to get rough. And yeah, we currently couldn't access, we couldn't access this room before, but now that the water is flowing in a different fashion, we can. And I actually want to get some magic, so if you pots could hook me, oh man, you pots, you guys rock. But anyway, alright, inside of this room we're gonna have to do a couple of puzzles and a little bit of platforming, which is always appreciated in a Zelda game when it works. But yeah, there's also 2 other stray fairies that I want to gather in this room. And come on, come on, come on! Stuck it, nice. Right. That one is kind of annoying to get down, but I did on my first try, so it must be eat. No, I'm just kidding. Got kind of lucky. Either way, though, stray fairy number 10. Awesome, man. That means we just got 4 left to get that are not inside this room. So far I haven't missed any, but the last stray fairy, oh my gosh. It's not necessarily difficult. I just struggle with it immensely, and I don't know how to describe that. I guess I'm just sort of unlucky when it comes to that. Alright, let's do this. Come on. Dang. Whatever. It doesn't honestly matter. Basically, we need to wait till that. That's like my favorite word today is basically. Not in videos, but I've noticed how many times I've been saying that. It's kind of funny. Basically, essentially, those are just my stick words, you know? They stick sentences together. And no one else used that term, or am I just the only person? Probably. Probably. Anyways. The next stray fairy that we want is going to be gotten in a very unique way, and I like this room especially because it makes you think, and man, I like the green water. It looks really cool. But basically, no, not the hook shot. We're going to shoot this, like, flow of water, and then we're going to stop this turbine. Now, the only way you'd know that is if you use this earlier in the dungeon, which to get the water flowing in this area in the first place, you would have to know how to do. Really good dungeon design. I'm gonna say it again. Some people hate this place. I love it. It's great. Mostly because I like water too. 1,000 times better than the water temple. I don't care what anyone says. Anyways, now that we got number 11, we're gonna come into this room and we're gonna get another 2 stray fairies. But to do that, I'm gonna drop down here, put on the Zora mask, and we're do not. One thing I just cannot stand about Zelda is when you grab onto a ledge you didn't mean to, which isn't the game's fault. It's more so your fault. But basically, ram into that. Ram into the barrel and get yourself a stray fairy. Okay, you earned that stray fairy. You deserve it, man. Gosh. And yeah, we're gonna need some fire arrows. We're also gonna need the hook shot later, so I guess I'll just get rid of that mask for the time being. And yeah, we're gonna shoot that frozen waterfall and make water fall. And I also want to, you know, let's take care of that fake bomb too. Hate that guy, so annoying. I think there's another one because we're still in combat. Because the or are we? I don't hear it now. I think it's a little bit later on, but yeah, we have these seesaw-looking things, and we're basically gonna move ourselves with them. Yeah. So let's push this switch, and this is. I think we're almost finished. I think there's literally just one more switch. Yeah. Awesome. That's going to move it throughout into the next room. See, the green switch is a lot more... what's the best way to describe it? I don't want to say narrow, but linear is a great way to describe it. Feeding the water with the green is very linear, and you're probably not going to mess up on that part. it's more so getting to the green part, I think, is where most people struggle with this dungeon. I don't know, that's just how I always felt about it. And now we're going to use this seesaw to climb up to this area. I don't know why, I always think of this room when I think about the Great Bay Temple. I'm not sure why. It's not really spectacular or anything. That's just always what I think about. I don't know. And hey, we returned into this room. Why? They just decided to put us in this room. Mostly to get you into this, like, circular room very quickly. And now we want to go to the bottom. And to do that, we have to use my shield. And guys, we're almost done, man. Man, if you actually do... I will say, though, if you beat this place without a guide your first time through... in a decent time, you need to pat yourself on the back, because that is not an easy feat. Anyways, just wanted to say that. I mean, the dungeon, I'm not gonna say it's, you know, super simple or anything. It does show you what to do. And yeah, alright, I want to get this guy. Come on, come on. Ah, dang it. I have to rely on the stupid Great Fairy Mask. Basically, you're supposed to hit that guy with the boomerangs and then go into there and get it. But you can do it with the Great Fairy's Mask, but the Great Fairy Masks takes, like, forever. And it's annoying. I don't like the Great Fairy's Mask all that much. I mean, it's helpful, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate that it's in the game, but sometimes it's just kind of bugs out and they just sit there on an edge for way too long. I don't know, maybe I'm the only person that feels that way. Either way, though, we can get another Straight Fairy. This one, and if we put on our Great Fairy Mask, it'll actually come to us. Yeah. And I think, since we broke the bubble on that other one, the 15th should come as well. And they'll have all the Stray Fairies. The problem is... no, I think because I exited the room, the bubble respawned. Since I think it counts it as a separate room. So we need to go back and get that one. But you know what? That's not a big deal. That's fine. And here's the final water current switch. Once we activate this one, it'll send a water current flying and we can access the boss room. But we don't have the Stray Fairies. So we need to get that. Yeah. So let's head back down, I guess. Come on! Please. Ugh. Gosh dang it. I was really hoping that breaking the bubble would be fine, but no, I have to get it again. Which means I have to use the Stray Fairies Mask. God, you know what? This time, I'm gonna man up and do it. I swear. We will get this one. It's not even like breaking the bubble. It's just like, see, I can do that easy, but getting to it, that is like, they intended you to come through this and get the Stray Fairy, but I don't know, I don't like that idea. But that's how I did it. So apparently I like it enough to do it. With everything completed, the Great Bay Temple is completed. Except for one thing. We gotta go challenge the boss, guys. And this boss used to be a big pain in the butt. But luckily they mixed things up a little bit. And now it's a little bit better. I'm not gonna say it's too much better, because I mean, it's still this boss, but... let's put in the boss key into the boss door. And head inside. For a pretty rough fight, all things considered. Yeah. Oh man, nice landing, Lick. Oh man, either you love this guy or hate him. It's the boss of the Great Bay Temple. Gyorg, gargantuan masked fish. Yeah. This guy. There's a lot I could say about him. I could talk about how he used to be sort of annoying, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to shoot him rapid fire with arrows. Because I'm a nice guy. I'm the hero, after all. And yeah, there's really no reason not to rapid fire shoot him. As long as you have the arrows to do so, go for it. And hey, a giant eye! Let's shoot it! Yeah, it's another boss with a giant eyeball, but... I mean, it's a Zelda game. Did you really expect for that not to happen? Basically we have to repeat this phase, and this part is really annoying. I sometimes find it hard to like dodge him when he actually gets upon the platform that you're standing on. It can be kind of hard to like block him, and oh man, he keeps going underwater. And obviously we don't, oh crap. That's what I'm talking about. It's like you can't block him, and you really need a sidestep, but sometimes you're just not fast enough, so you really need to be constantly paying attention and moving the camera to see where Gyorg could be hiding. Alright, did that get him into another form? No, it didn't. crud, and he's on the platform again, guys. Dang it. So I've already taken 2 hearts of damage. That's out of 12, so I'm not really that intimidated. That's like 20%. No biggie, man. And dude, look, think about how much damage we're doing to Gyorg here. How many arrows have we wasted? Like 1 billion on his head. And I don't even know if the ice arrows do more damage to Gyorg specifically. And I kind of want to conserve my magic. So you know what? For the time being, we're just going to use normal arrows, because that's the way to go. There are going to be magic refills, but for the time, I'm just trying to go for speed and beating Gyorg in decent fashion. And alright, is that... Okay, I guess it was. See, there's no like audio cue in which the eye is going to come out, so you never really know. And alright, phase 1 down. Let's start the second one. Gyorg is going to ram this platform and make it fall into the water, which means we'd have nothing to stand on. Yeah, in my opinion, this is the fun part of the fight, because we get to use our Zora mask we've been training with this entire temple. That's really awesome. Gyorg basically has 2 attacks now. He can either swallow you up, I believe he can tackle you, or he'll just spawn fish that'll get to you. But as long as you have magic, they're really, really easy to take down, like, effortlessly. And they give you hearts too, so it's just kind of like, alright, Gyorg, thanks for the HP, buddy. Crap. Well, that messes things up quite a bit. But yeah, then he'll summon these bombs. Now, the trick to beating Gyorg is actually for him to suck up these bombs. And you can only do that if you're swimming towards him and he is, you know, able to perform that attack. The problem is he is very finicky in when he wants to do that, and I do not think this will actually pick up a bomb because the other ones exploded way too quickly. As you can see, his suction is kind of a wide range, but if it's on the other side of the room and you hit the bomb like way later, he's obviously not going to suck it up. So this is my strategy. I just kind of wait until he's near one bomb, then on my way swim over to it. Poor example, but swim over to it on the way, and then force him to attack like so. That should work. Yes, awesome. He will then eat the bomb, and then his big ol' eyeball, that is totally not where eyeballs should be, Gyorg. I think you need to see an eye doctor, among other things. Yeah. Poor man, that was a witty joke, John. I hope you're proud of that one. But yeah, pretty much after that, it's rinse and repeat. Crap! I thought that bomb was closer to me. Whoopsies. Either way, though, he's just going to keep swimming around, spawning fish. I guess that's what he likes to do. I don't know. I mean, I like fish too, but you gotta do other things, Gyorg. You can't just go around spawning fish. I ain't gonna do nothing for nobody. It's just gonna hurt you. This is all hurting you. And oh, I thought he was like sucking me in. He didn't. And that's another problem. His animation for spawning fish is very similar to him like inhaling water. Very, very annoying when that happens, but there is an audio cue, so I guess it's really the player's fault. Oh well, what are you gonna do about it? Well, I know what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna get some more hits in with my aqua shield, or just shield barrier, whatever you want to call it. And yes, I think after one more cycle he should be going down, so come on, eat that bomb, dude. Yeah, it's on its way. Once you figure it out, it's honestly not that hard, and this fight used to be a lot worse. It's not perfect right now, but at least the changes they made it more interesting. And at the end of the day, that's what we want for your old Gyorg. So for him to be remembered as a fun yet challenging boss fight. And also a really big waste of time. But hey, we got another mask! Nice. And another full heart container. Oh my gosh. We now have 13 hearts. Man, that's such a good feeling. Oh my gosh, I love that. And here we go again. Another mask. We see Gyorg's remains. In doing so, you free the innocent spirit that was housed inside this mask. And that's it, guys. That's the Great Bay Temple. Hey, Listen. We want you to lend us your power. If you just leave things as they are, something terrible will happen to this world. Surely, you're the only ones who can stop it. That's what Tail was trying to tell us. Help our friend. I get it. We have to help the last one. Then promise us this. You'll cooperate with us.
Now the Zoroark's soul can finally rest in peace. But the evil that haunts this land has not completely vanished, Link. I too must abide the laws of ancient times, and again merely watch from my deep slumber. I shall depart, after enjoying Lulu's voice a bit longer. I think the gods can permit that.
I mean, that seems pretty fair. Anyways, guys, we finished yet another temple. And there's just one that remains. This game's nearly over. Which is kind of sad to say, but at the same time, it's a good thing. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode. In the next parts, we do some side quests. So see you guys then. Bye.